Hello all you numbers, I'm Cal13 and welcome back to another video. So this is my second time recording, and the only reason that is because my editing source decided to just close. So that was fun. Right now, I had mentioned before that I was using a pose that I had found online, and whoever had created the original pose I give credit to. Of course, it did get changed kinda because of just body structure and all that. His tail's not as curly as that. Yes, this is a boy. His name is Ebba and he's a betta fish shifter. And basically with betta fish, if you do not know, the males, like most males in the animal kingdom, are the more flashier ones. And by flashy, I mean like very, very flashy. If you've ever owned a betta fish, the really flowy looky, colorful, like blue, purple fish that have to be by themselves, that's a boy. The female are usually like brown and just, they're not exciting to look at, where the boys are very exciting to look at. So this is a young male, and what I did is I decided to give him an egg. And you may notice usually in my drawings, if the mouth is not open, it's just more or less a line. But with Ebba, with all of his pictures, and I do mean all of them, even my traditional drawings of him, his lips always have a very, very prominent Cupid's bow. Like, there is no getting around that Cupid's bow. I did make it more subtler and more softer for his mouth. Right now in the line art, if you notice, I did indeed change the width of the shoulder compared to the body. I also brought the chest in a little bit because I realized that while I was still doing the sketch, just how unrealistically wide that shoulder was for the kind of posing he was in. It didn't look correct. And yeah, so the betta fish color scheme I gave him was, I searched up male betta fish online and I found this one where it was very flashy. It had like these kind of flowy spine looking fins coming off of it, which is his side fins that I'm putting in right now in the video currently. And the color scheme for that specific betta fish was mainly red and black with white accents, especially on the center part of the betta fish itself, like the spine-ish part of the betta fish. And I thought that looked gorgeous and that it would be a beautiful color palette to give someone. So for the color palette, he has almost white skin. It's not white. I can at least say that for when it pops up. He's not pure white. So, and when I do my shading, it's a bit more obvious to see that he's not pure white. But for his eyes, I made them red, and his hair is the black. And then his tail has all three colors as well, as that would make the most sense. So the main part of the tail is red, and then the tips are black, which is how it was with the actual betta fish. And finally, on the little spine area is the white. So I kind of reversed the coloring where the least amount that was on his upper torso is the most amount on his tail. and henceforth the black is kind of just medium. If there was like a bunch of like random noises just there for a second, that was because I was moving. Oh, I should probably mention what he's holding. He is currently holding an egg. He had found this egg on the ocean floor, and currently what he has just realized is that whatever species is in this egg is actually still alive. And he does have a motherly instinct. Of course, he will never really be able to have children unless he's an omega, which I'm not sure if I'm making him an omega or a beta, as he can have a human form, so he is technically a shifter. But he has found this egg and he realized that there is still life in this little red ball. And so, right, his little motherly instincts kicked in, and he's now holding this as he realized that this little egg will hatch one day, and he feels it is his duty to make sure that the little tiny creature will survive, even though that egg is huge. But we don't know what's inside it. I don't know what's inside it. Well, as you see, once I got like the pink of the skin and a darker tone on his skin, it is clear to tell he's not pure white, so that's kind of nice. For the background, I just did a very simple sea with kind of light being shown through the water, and then I put a blue overlay. And then the final step I did was make the egg glowing a little bit, and then his eyes reflecting some of the glow. And that's basically all. So I hope you really enjoyed this. I tried something different for the narrative, but bye bye!